A long time ago, in a vast land of sun and sand, one of the greatest civilizations in human history rose from the banks of a mighty river. This is the story of ancient Egypt, a land of timeless wonders, powerful pharaohs, and fascinating mysteries that continue to inspire humanity thousands of years later. It all began with the Nile, the river of life, a 400-mile thread of water that sliced through an unforgiving desert. Each year, like clockwork, the Nile overflowed its banks, leaving behind a dark, rich silt perfect for farming. Around 3100 BCE, a visionary leader named Narmer, also known as Menes, united the scattered regions of Upper and Lower Egypt into one powerful kingdom. Narmer's triumph marked the birth of Egypt's first dynasty and the beginning of thousands of years of dynastic rule. At the heart of Egypt's grandeur were its pharaohs, the kings and queens who ruled not just as leaders, but as gods on earth. To the ancient Egyptians, the pharaoh wasn't just a person. He or she was a divine bridge between the heavens and humankind. And with this immense power came the responsibility to protect and ensure the prosperity of the kingdom. Some pharaohs left behind legacies so extraordinary they are remembered thousands of years later. Pharaoh Khufu, for instance, oversaw the building of the Great Pyramid of Giza, the largest pyramid ever constructed and one of the 7 wonders of the ancient world. Rising over 480 feet, its construction remains one of history's greatest engineering marvels and a symbol of Egyptian ingenuity. Then there was Hatshepsut, a woman who broke every mold. She ruled as a pharaoh in her own right, adopting the full powers and symbols of kingship in a time when men dominated the throne. Her reign was marked by great trade expeditions and artistic achievements, and she proved that leadership wasn't determined by gender, but vision and capability. And who could forget Ramses II, also known as Ramses the Great? This larger-than-life pharaoh ruled for over 6 decades, led massive armies into battle, and left behind enormous temples, monuments, and statues of himself that still awe visitors today. Ramses cemented his place as a legend among pharaohs, a king determined to be remembered forever. But Egypt wasn't just about royal power and monumental construction. It was deeply spiritual and obsessed with life after death. To the ancient Egyptians, death wasn't an ending, but a journey into the afterlife. They believed souls needed their physical bodies in the next world, so they perfected the art of mummification. Ancient Egyptian society thrived on more than just pyramids and divine rule. It was a civilization of astonishing knowledge and achievements. The Egyptians invented hieroglyphics, a complex system of writing with more than 700 symbols. Combining artistry and communication, these symbols covered temple walls and papyrus scrolls, telling the story of this incredible civilization for future generations. Speaking of papyrus, the ancient Egyptians were the first to make a type of paper from the lush reeds that grew along the Nile. This invention revolutionized how their knowledge was recorded and shared, carefully preserving bodies for eternity. Elaborate tombs were built to house the dead, filled with treasures, food, and prayers to guide them safely into the afterlife. Of all these tombs, none captured the world's imagination like that of King Tutankhamun, better known as King Tut. When his nearly intact tomb was discovered in 1922, it revealed a golden world untouched for over 3,000 years. Magnificent treasures, jewelry, and the iconic golden mask of King Tut himself. While he was only a minor pharaoh during his short life, his tomb became one of the most famous archaeological finds in history. Ancient Egyptian society thrived on more than just pyramids and divine rule. It was a civilization of astonishing knowledge and achievements. The Egyptians invented hieroglyphics, a complex system of writing with more than 700 symbols. Combining artistry and communication, these symbols covered temple walls and papyrus scrolls, telling the story of this incredible civilization for future generations. Speaking of papyrus, The ancient Egyptians were the first to make a type of paper from the lush reeds that grew along the Nile. This invention revolutionized how their knowledge was recorded and shared. They studied the human body, setting broken bones and even performing early surgeries, an astonishing feat of medical knowledge at the time. They also turned their eyes to the stars, creating a 365-day calendar by tracking celestial movements. It wasn't just a mark of their scientific achievements. It was a tool to help them predict the essential floods of the Nile. These achievements are a testament to the ingenuity and foresight of a civilization that pushed the boundaries of knowledge to better understand and thrive in their world. For thousands of years, Egypt stood tall as one of the most advanced and powerful civilizations on Earth. Its culture, art, and influence extended far beyond its borders. But even the greatest empires cannot last forever. Egypt faced wave after wave of invaders. First came the Hyksos and later the Assyrians and Persians. In 332 BCE, Alexander the Great marched into Egypt, marking the end of its native rule. Finally, in 30 BCE, the death of Egypt's last queen, Cleopatra VII, and the arrival of the Romans brought an end to over 3 millennia of Egyptian independence. Yet, while the empire faded, its legacy endured. Today, we stand in awe of Egypt's monumental temples, intricate carvings, and towering pyramids. Museums around the world preserve mummies, statues, and treasures that offer a glimpse into their golden age. And the stories of ingenious pharaohs, fearless queens, and a civilization captivated by the mysteries of life and death remain an endless source of inspiration. Ancient Egypt reminds us of the incredible things people can achieve with vision, determination, and a connection to the world around them. So, which Egyptian pharaoh intrigues you the most? Is it Ramses the Great, Hatshepsut, or perhaps another ruler from this fascinating civilization? Let us know in the comments. And before you go, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on more captivating journeys through history.